success. And underwater dogs, there's some rescue dogs, there's some not rescue dogs, they're all great dogs that are in the book. It really is just about a project. The project is about how dogs inspire us. And that's, I think, the most important thing about this project. But it's not a rescue book, it's not a rescue story, but I was able to use this to really pursue how I got my start in animal rescue. The only reason I'm doing photography is because I met baby cats who needed a second chance. So I really owe it all the cats and the dogs. But that's been pretty cool. And then, you know, even though I'm still the underwater dog guy, I'm getting calls from National Geographic and New York Times to do assignments in other ways. Recently, after I did these pictures, the New York Times called me probably 20 times. And the New York Times doesn't need to call anybody 20 times. I was just telling them I was busy, because I was. But they wanted to hire me to go do an assignment in Alaska. When I found out about that, I said, let me just drop everything else for a second. So, yeah, even just a few months after this picture went viral, before my book even came out, New York Times hired me. They sent me to Alaska, never been, to do an underwater assignment with fish, which is brand new for me. Jumped in 37-degree water in the Russian River in Cooper Landing, Alaska. That was a little cold. I should have brought a dry suit, but I figured it out. And did these shots of sockeye salmon, the migration and spawning in the Russian River in the middle Kenai and upper Kenai and Cooper Landing. Did the shots for the New York Times. Flew out of there, sent the shots. The shots were published in September in New York Times Magazine and got a lot of attention. And that's helping me do other assignments with other animals. So I'm always going to be working with dogs. I love working with cats. I'm going to be doing lots of other work with other types of animals, just for photography and also in a charitable way to help other types of animals as well. So, but yeah, a lot of people say, you're always going to be the underwater dog guy. I'm like, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it to my advantage. Any more questions? Yeah.
Any chance for underwater cats?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. If you go to underwatercats.com and you find out who owns that domain, this guy right here. Will it be out next year? Probably not. Will it be out the year after that? Probably not. But I'm working on it now. Anybody here have a cat? Anybody have cats? You people have cats? Any diving cats? You have a diving cat? Okay, we're going to talk. So I've been working with some swimming cats already. The history of cats, not to get into it too much, most cats don't have a connection with the water because they haven't had a need for it. Some species, or breeds if you will, of domestic cats do have a connection with the water, including Turkish Bands and Maine Coons. Also Bengals and some of the exotic mixes. So I'm working with them already and exploring that. Will it happen? The biggest problem is, dogs exist because we created them. Cats really exist and are part of our lives because we need them around so they can kill off varmints so we didn't get disease. So they're not really working for us, they're doing a job for us, and they're still doing a job on some level, but so the dynamic of working with dogs and working with cats is totally different. When I'm working with a dog in the pool, they're working for me, they're working with me, and they're also playing at the same time. Cat is like, whatever. They can care less, so they don't have that same motivation. So it'll be a challenge. Will the book exist? Maybe one day, but I'm working on it. Yeah.
So then kind of look back, so you should have done things differently, what have you. Now, and all this success, do you have someone managing these books, these
Oh
channels?
my God, I knew you were going to ask me that. No.
No, you do it yourself. Okay, just
Well, here's the thing too, and I'm sure all you guys can appreciate this. I have a very unique niche, and I have a specific brand that's important what content I'm posting and how I'm engaging with people. I try to hire a couple different agencies to help me with social media and manage that, and I found quickly that unless they really knew me and I spent the time to get to know them and we had that collaboration, they weren't going to do a good job. And I think maybe I'm really protective of my own brand, but people were posting, I hired a company and they were posting things on my Facebook page that didn't represent me at all. Dogs and, everybody loves a picture of a dog in a Halloween costume, but they were posting, and that's not really my thing. I don't like to go to dog shows and take pictures. I don't like to take pictures of dogs doing things that they don't want to do. I'm not into that. It's not my thing. I like to embrace the spirit of a dog and what they want to do. That's why I jump in the pool. And that's why I don't hang out in the studio flashing out strobes of dogs. And they're like, what's going on here? Because they're not having a good time. Where was I going with this? I forgot about this. Where was I going? Oh. So these folks were posting shots. They were posting material that didn't represent me. They were posting pictures of dogs in Halloween costumes that looked terrible, and they were like making fun of the dogs. And they thought they were doing a good job by getting people to comment on my Facebook posts and all that. And I was getting calls from people saying, "Why are you posting this stuff? This is concerning." So for me, I'm just a very specific niche, so I have to be careful about who it is I'm working with, because they could, thinking somebody could help me out with maintaining this attention and posting for me and all that, they could actually jeopardize my brand just by posting things like a dog in a Halloween costume, which is really interesting. So I have not hired somebody yet. I would like to. I'm in a weird position where I've done well with the series of pictures in the book, but I can't necessarily afford to hire somebody full-time who's good. I can hire somebody full-time who is questionable or part-time. Well, that's not, I mean, I've tried that too, and then I have people just forwarding me my own emails. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, now I'm paying somebody and I have twice as much work. So I'm in a really weird place. I need to hire somebody good full-time to really be my marketing manager, my brand manager, and be on board. But if you want somebody good, you're gonna have to pay for it. So that's kind of where I'm at. But hopefully soon I'll be there. So I'm just doing the best I can. Any more questions? Yeah.
What's your official name on Instagram? Because I'm finding your photos posted by people like Bucky, and I'm guessing that's probably not you.
Oh man, so many people are posting my shot. And to be honest with you, it's part of what's caused the images to be viral is people are taking images and they even take credit for them. They repost them. It's kind of frustrating as a photographer. They're basically stealing my copyright and stealing the credit. And I see this happen all the time. It did help create the virality of the series of pictures. But my name on Instagram is my full name, Seth Castillo.
Okay.
Again, branding purposes too. I'm sure you guys are experts in this. I get an F- for this. Branding, I'm all over the place. My Facebook page is Little Friends Photo. That's the name of my business. Our pets are our friends, our little friends. They all have unique personalities, but they can be difficult to capture in a photograph. So that's my business name. Of course, my name is Seth Castillo. Then I have a series of underwater dogs. Then I have my charity, Second Chance Photos. I have a charity project, One Picture Saves a Life, onepicturesaves.com. There's a lot going on there. So I actually do need to hire a branding firm, some specialist to come in and say, what is it that you want to be? What is it that you want to do? Because right now, it's not consistent. You got Instagram at Seth Castillo. You got Facebook at Little Friends Photo. You got Twitter at LTL Friends Photo. It's all over the place. Pinterest is, I don't even know, maybe my name. Not sure about that. I have to look into that. Any more questions? Cool. Well, hey, thanks for having me out, guys.